Hello guys, welcome back to another FMT Minecraft tutorial. My voice is kind of weird because I've got some kind of cold, though I bought a new microphone and it should sound totally different. Again, we're in the Kellerth Realm server. Once again, if you would like to build towns or build with me, please send a mail to support@kellerthrealm.com. Just had to think about it, and then we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Anyways, let's continue to this tutorial. This tutorial is going to be about how to build your buildings in the environment. I had a suggestion in the comments down below on, I think, my video before my last video, so I'll make sure to address that point to you guys. So let's move on to where I was building a new town for the server. I finished already another town. I'll showcase that in another video. I was building it on a hill right next to a lake. I kind of like the position, so I was building a town center right here. But I thought it was the perfect area for you to show you guys how I built my buildings in the environment. So what I do usually is I just have this frame in my head, or I just simply go with it. That's usually what I do. I just go with it. And I simply just built that frame in the environment. So let's say I want to build a house here. What I'd simply do is just begin somewhere. So let's say I just begin at this point, and I just start building my frame. And I think, well, hey, I want to build my frame 5 high. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a 6 because I want the frame to be uneven here, as I said in previous tutorials. So what I do now is I just simply continue the frame until I need, another post, and I simply delete the block. I simply do. So simply delete that block, go ahead, and then continue, and so forth. I would just delete the block. What you could also do is just to mix up. You could delete the block and then put a block here, so that it seems like it's kind of built into the terrain. See the dimensions, the different layers. I also have a example in the town that I mentioned, which I am gonna showcase. I'll bring you guys there for a second, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, guys. So welcome in that town that I mentioned. I am gonna showcase it further in a different video. But as you see here, I simply built that frame. I just built the whole thing and then placed land around it. As you can see, the building it continues. And I just made sure to add different layers using grass. So let's say here I have an open spot. I could just simply place grass in front so it looks like it's built into the terrain. That's how easy it is. I am going to showcase a bit of the town. You don't see this. You don't see this. Over there, I built a little tower. We're now in the wilderness. As I said, it's a kingdom server. So anyways, as you can see here, I built this whole tower in the mountain. Like here, I just built the supports in. Just simply built them in. And obviously I stopped somewhere, because if I totally took it through, which you can do, obviously, you kind of wanted to make it blend in. Like here, I would simply just build, and I would end here. But I was like, well, this is too plain, so I just continued it 2 more so that it's uneven, so it looks more in. But like here, also just continued it downwards until I hit that layer of rock. So if I would want to build something here, what I would do is simply delete all of this, and just simply on that same level of layer, that same line, I would simply just delete everything and just build a wall. So let's say I want to continue here, delete it, simply delete it. Like here, delete it, simply delete it. And then what would I do here? Oh, delete it. Anyway, so what it gives you now is it kind of looks like it's built into, because the terrain is already uneven on its own. So me deleting those blocks doesn't destroy the dimensions, because these are in a different layer already. So as I did here, I just simply delete them all the way down. But at the end, I decided to not delete those and delete those in order to give it uneven. See, it's hard to explain what I really mean and to give you guys a good tutorial about this, but it's really experimenting. So you guys will probably find this tutorial unuseful, but I just hope that I forgot. I think it was Tsundaza that suggested it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so I hope that this video helps, because simply my tip for you guys would be to simply build and look how what it looks like, because you know, because I know that you guys have that feeling, is that this looks plain, and while doing this you kind of make it look less plain. Kinda. I mean, there's always a limit to everything, so you know. What I also like to do is stop. If I have, for example, these two layers, what I did here is I continue the line until I hit a different material, and then I stop it. Because this is clay. We have a different generator of the map, as you can see, so it's all fantasy stuff. So this is clay, and clay is, you know, not as hard as stone. So I continued the support until it hit a realistic point. So, and I continued it here, just for reasons, you know. So also look at what your material is. So don't stop your stone support with dirt, because if you support it on dirt on a mountain, you're most likely to have your tower fall apart. I know it's not Minecraft physics, but it's real life physics, so it looks better if you apply the real life physics in Minecraft. So what I would do here is I would not do this. I would not do that. I would do that. Because, you know, it's dirt, it's sand, and when sand gets wet, it, you know, slips and your tower falls right down on somebody's head. So you don't want that to happen. So look at what your material is and find a realistic place. Simply continue it downwards. Make sure that it's not completely downwards as it is. If you have it like here, totally to the ground, make sure to add a little dimension. Add the dimension yourself, like I did with the castle over there. Anyway, so add a little bit of grass, a little bit of stone, a little bit of clay, whatever suits you. Even you could even use leaves from, I don't know, just experiment with it. That's pretty much what I would do. If this tutorial was not useful for you guys and you have more questions about this subject, please comment it in the comments down below, because I had a tough time trying to figure out how to explain this to you guys, so I used examples like I did in this video. So if it's not clear to you guys, I will make a tutorial from a building which I'm gonna build in a mountain, so you guys kind of get an idea of what my thought process is going to be. But anyway, so I hope that you found this tutorial very useful, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and yeah, talk to you in the next one.